I would like to welcome you all to this presentation about a very nice program that we have developed with the University of Connecticut. It is a program, an excellent program about innovation and risk management that we have carefully developed for Brazilian insurance professionals. You will hear today about the developments, the academic program, and everything that we are going to do end of April in Connecticut and New York. I am very optimistic about the program and would like to get a very good crowd of Brazilian students to go there and join us in this very special program. I would like to introduce Juan Martins, who is responsible for this program in our school. And he's going to talk about this and interview the two course directors in the University of Connecticut that will talk about the program. Rony, it's all with you now.
Thank you, Maria Helena. As she said, I'm Rony Martins, and I'm in charge of the international partnerships here at ANS, and we are here today with our new partners, John Wilson and Laurissa Berk. They're both from the University of Connecticut. This is our new partnership that we are going to offer a lot of interesting things from now on. So I'd like to invite John Wilson, the Academic Director, and Laurissa Berk, Global and Experiential Education Director at the University of Connecticut, for this little chat. Hello, John.
Hi, Ronnie.
Hello, Laurissa. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm well. How are you?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. I'd like to start, as we planned, with a little chat with you about the University of Connecticut and the roles you play at the university. So you can start the way you prefer, John or Laurissa.
Sure, I'll go ahead and go. Hi, everyone. My name is John Wilson. I am the academic director of our master's program in FinTech at the University of Connecticut. We're very, very excited to be working with ENS on this venture. At the university, in addition to running both our MS program and our graduate certificate program, I've been a faculty member in our Operations and Information Management department, where I've taught a variety of courses in advanced analytics at a graduate level for about 12 years now. I'm also a consulting data scientist with an organization called LIMRA, which is a trade association focused on the life insurance and annuity space. In my role there, in addition to being a data scientist, I'm an insurance immersion instructor, where I teach new hires that are focused on analytics or data science within insurance companies a little bit about the business, so that they have some context in which to apply their various analytics techniques. Finally, I do some consulting with InsurTech Hartford, which allows me access to a very vast network of InsurTech and carrier executives.
Thank you, John. Amazing experience to help us. And now, Laurissa, if you can introduce yourself.
Yep. So my name is Laurissa Berk, and I'm currently the Director of Global and Experiential Education for the 3 STEM designated master's programs within the School of Business at the University of Connecticut. So that is our FinTech program, our Master's in Financial and Enterprise Risk Management program, and our Business Analytics programs. So essentially, my current role is to color in students' education, give them applied learning experiences, and bridge the gap between academia and industry. So we do that in a variety of ways, with company visits, global immersion trips, conference attendance. Prior to this role, I built out the Financial and Enterprise Risk Management program at the University of Connecticut. So I have a lot of experience with building out programs, working with students, and planning events.
So thank you very much. So I know that University of Connecticut needs no introduction, but if you can tell us about the university a bit, I would thank you very much.
Yeah, so when we started thinking about this partnership after the Brazilian conference, we really tried to think in holistic terms, and our approach was what combination of topics and company engagement, subject matter experts and officials would really represent not only the insurance and InsurTech marketplace in Connecticut, but the U.S. in general. In addition, we wanted to know what is going to best represent UConn faculty and what we really specialize in. And as we mentioned, FinTech and financial risk management are a big portion of that. So to do that, we really focus on a variety of topics, including ecosystem building, expertise from entrepreneurs, and our ability to leverage our relationships with very exclusive companies in Connecticut and New York City, particularly for this experience. We understand that it's going to be a varied audience, and we expect that all the attendees will have different questions and motivations for participating. And we wanted to anticipate what some of those questions and some of those desires would be. So we really took a something for everyone approach when we designed this particular curriculum. From a university standpoint, I think it's worth noting that we are a Tier 1 research university, and we are also accredited by the School of Business major accrediting body, AACSB, which is the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business. Both of these are the highest level that a university can achieve in their respective areas. And what this really translates to is the level of content that's being curated by academics and professionals who are really amongst the best, not only in the US, but in fact in the world. I also think it's worth noting that we have a director of global and experiential education in Laurissa, which really highlights a strong commitment to connecting both material in the classroom and out of classroom experiences for our students, not only within the state, but truly on a global basis. And in fact, it was that commitment to that role that allowed us to connect with ENS and the Brazilian ecosystem in the first place. So for those of you who are thinking about attending, we think that all that will be reflected in a clear understanding of how academic pedagogy connects to real world circumstances. And our culture is to incorporate a very holistic approach in the way we view curriculum development and delivery, whether it's undergraduates, graduates, or in this case for executive education.
Okay, so we are very excited about this new partnership. It's really great to have a university as renowned as the University of Connecticut as a partner. And you are right in Hartford, the center of the insurance in the US. So I think this is where we spot on, like choosing you as a partners. Can you tell us a little bit more about Hartford and why is it the insurance center of the US?
Yes. Well, I'd like to actually, perhaps a good segue, Laurissa, if you want to share some thoughts on the academic content, because I think there's a good segue talking about Hartford and its relationship as we understand it now to Brazil, which we weren't aware of. So perhaps
okay, let's jump to this part. Let's talk about, because let's just let me introduce our audience about the program. We are very excited because not only the University of Connecticut is going to be our partner, but we have already a program, an immersion in the USA starting in April on the market now. So Laurissa, if you can tell us about the content and how we planned this content together, it's on you.
Yes, so Hartford is one of the insurance capitals of the world. We have a variety of insurance and reinsurance companies there. Students often, if they're interested in insurance, because our programs are offered at the Hartford and Stamford campuses, they'll choose Hartford if they're interested in the insurance sector because of that. So when we were planning out our academic content, we had a specific mind of the Brazilian population that we would be kind of catering to. So a few things that are really excited about the Hartford area in relationship to Brazil. First, the Brazilian consulate is directly across from the UConn Hartford campus in Hartford. So we have been in contact with them, and they will be presenting during portions of the week to answer any questions that participants may have. There also is a very large Brazilian contingent and presence in Hartford. So we're planning some cultural excursions and, to food markets and other cultural areas where participants can really get a flavor for the multicultural city with specific Brazilian kind of tie-ins. So we're really excited about that. So that's why Hartford. With regards to the academic content, We believe at this level in particular, discussions and hands-on education will create the best learning experiences. So we are, throughout this time, going to put this group in front of the other executives in their respective field with just a topic in mind, and then allow conversation to flow. So to be clear, we still will have some regular lecture and teaching moments that may occur, but we're really hoping to facilitate a really great conversation. And then that will allow all participants to make sure that their direct questions have been answered by the time that the program is concluded. So specifically, we're bringing in a variety of industry professionals to speak directly about the insurance sector in the US and how this may differ than working in Brazil. So, for example, we're bringing in the Insurance Commissioner of Connecticut, Andy Mays. He will be speaking during your time here, and he's going to speak about the regulatory landscape of insurance, specifically in the United States, and how that might differ from Brazil. We're bringing in the CEOs of a variety of insurtech companies to speak about their experience and expertise and give everyone kind of an idea of what the insurance and insurtech ecosystem looks like here.
Okay, great. So the content was very well planned, and we are not going to have only the content, we are going to have visits. So tell us about the visits, and I know some of them are going to happen in New York. So tell us about the visits in Hartford and New York, please, Laurissa.
So a large portion of this visit is going to be company visits. So we have company visits planned in both Hartford, Connecticut and New York City. So another hub of industry. Companies include Nassau Re, CGI, Capgemini, Salonis, Guy Carpenter, PayPal, just to name a few. And this portion will allow for hands-on tech demonstrations and engaging in conversations with leaders in the industry. The variety of companies will vary in size, scope, focus, and their verticals, and allow for a full view of the insurance industry in the United States.
Yeah, and I would just add, as we outlined earlier, we're really looking to offer something for everyone. We realize that attendees at this particular event will come from a variety of different functions, different company types, et cetera. And as Laurissa mentioned, that the companies that we've selected really represent a good cross-section of the industry. They cover the gamut from technology to risk management, underwriting, machine learning, AI. Just about every possible innovation platform that can be addressed is going to be addressed by one or multiple organizations. And I think it's that connection between technology and innovation, along with that context of the insurance and financial services, that allows us to put together programming that's not only going to be interesting for the attendees, but also very, very relevant for their day-to-day business.
Right, Laurissa, you mentioned before we are going to have other cultural activities. You mentioned fairs and everything. So can you tell more about these cultural activities, please?
Yep. So we have a few kind of purely fun events planned. The entire trip will be fun, but purely fun events planned. So we will be having a welcome dinner at Parkville Market. And that is kind of this large food hall that boasts a lot of the kind of multicultural presence that we were speaking of. And they've got some games, and that will be a lot of fun. We're planning a networking event with some of the speakers that we have, plus the Brazilian contingent that joins us. So there will be opportunities not just to learn from the people that will be speaking on our panels and in the classroom, but also to engage with them post-event through networking, dinner, and drinks. Of course, in New York City, post-company visits, we'll have some dinners. We've got a farewell dinner planned in New York City, and New York City hosts some of the best restaurants in the world, if I do say so myself. The cultural event will take place in New York City. So we have some recommendations, the Statue of Liberty, which includes a ferry ride, the Empire State Building, and many more. There is some free time built into the schedule. So if people want to get the most out of their time there, they can feel free to do some of their own research. But New York City and Hartford, Connecticut offers just a lot to do. That being said, John's lived in the Hartford region and I've lived in New York City for quite some time. So if anyone has any questions, wants any recommendations, we can provide that for you, and we just want to make sure you guys have a great time.
Okay, John and Laurissa, if you could say something to encourage those who are planning to join us in this project, what would you say?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we met in Brazil a few months ago, and this wonderful opportunity presented itself, and it's really been a pleasure putting this together, and we're hopeful that this is going to be the first of many events with our friends in Brazil. We are very interested in the Latin American market, and we are really looking forward to hosting everyone, getting to know you, understanding your needs, and understanding how not only will this be a great success, but how can we have successful events moving forward.
Sure.
I would add that it's a really highly tailored trip, an interactive trip. So you have UConn faculty that you can learn from, all of these industry executives to learn from, the insurance commissioner of Connecticut. So it's really tailored. This really will allow participants to guide this conversation and really ensure that they get what they need to get out of it. And other than that, we're excited to have you guys here and hope to see you soon.
And we are very excited as well. Hopefully it's going to be soon. And thank you very much for your time, John and Laurissa. Soon we are going to see each other personally. And thank you very much again.